tonight, but just real quick, gotta have a plan. 2022 has been the year of failed reaccumulation phases. This is currently where we're at now. After the latest failed accumulation, came down to a classic Wyckoff accumulation zone again here. Even though it's the 1 hour time frame, um, it's following a typical pattern. Um, we had the thrust down, the preliminary support zone, our ceiling climax, not here, marked by an area of panic selling, followed by these three candles of buying, um, and our automatic rally came down. Secondary test, I would like to have seen that a little bit lower, but a super low volume with small price moves. And then our test reaction, we barely got to the preliminary zone. Not all these Wyckoff reaccumulations are going to be the prettiest, and they're not going to fit. And rarely do they ever fit the models um, uh, precisely. Nothing's as pretty as the textbook graph. But as you can see, the volume was just so low, and then we had a real sign of weakness downturn with an uptick in the volume. We came down below our ceiling climax. Volume, the bulls took over, and really sign of strength, really um, bought us up all the way to 37,500. Came back, we tested our last point of support, um, which is right here as well too. Lines up fairly well. Um, the, the last point of support, don't be fooled by that. You could have several last points of support in an accumulation phase. It looks as though we came back up to retest our new high, and backed up, did not exceed it. So it's looking like a double top, and with the volume just really dying off here, the volume just coming down. There's just not a lot of interest in keeping the price here. Um, I expect that price maybe wick up, and then we'll take a little ride down. And I actually expect to retest 33 33,000, the 33K range. It's also possible that, just to be aware of, in case we're forming some kind of triangle pattern here, where we may just bounce down, but and then break to the upside there. Something to be aware of. What you should really keep your eye on is the volume down here, and I, this scenario is possible. I don't think it is, but again, it's something to be aware of. Um, More likely is that we come and we kind of range in here, or taking a plunge, down to here. Be careful. Be watchful for upticks in the hourly volume, and whatever indicators you're looking at to watch for the breakout here, whether it's the stochastic or MACD or EMA crosses, or some of the more elaborate indicators. Um, just be mindful here. Um, we may just range here and discover a new trading range um, up here. Um, I think the lack of interest of buyers is the price is going to fail here, and this preliminary support zone is you break that, come down to the downside of that. With that as well, and if you have the MDX indicator, it kind of follows along here on the hourly uh, time frame. You could see that the market is generally trending upwards. We don't have any real divergence here, so it's looking like a would have liked to have seen a divergence here, a little lower peak there, and that would have been confirmation of a downswing. So perhaps we're just gonna range and move sideways for the time being. And then also too, this is just the Fu Manchu indicator on the bottom here. I mainly use it to mark the money flow. The momentum waves are much more detailed on the MDX oscillator. But yeah, this is really telling me that here on the 1 hour time frame, we're already up to 59.60. There's not a lot of room to the upside, though. There is room to the upside. It's allowed to go higher than 60. Typically, that's where you start to want to look for a turn in the market. Similarly, we got all the way down at the end of this selling climax. We got all the way down to 27 point hourly time frame. So that's that. Let's just quickly take a look at. It seems like at the moment we're kind of ranging. Nothing really to report here. A tremendous amount of liquidity going on. I see that the fear and greed index has ticked up. Much as you want to read into that's good news. Remember, we almost got down to 10. We got down to I think our lowest point was 11. Back here, of course, 10, 10, 10. Here we were ranging. Just because we kind of took a momentary tick to the upside does not mean we're not going to come down to the downside. I fully expect to come down and retest this zone down here, down to the 33,000 mark at least. And then also too, everybody be very mindful. Tomorrow is Wednesday, and at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the Fed chair is going to make a statement, and then they're going to have a news conference. There is quite a bit of eyes that are going to be watching that. That's going to be one of the more important ones tomorrow. So if you're in a trade, make sure wherever you're at 2 p.m. that you tune in. Actually, probably the hour before, especially to see which way that see which way the market's going on the rumor. Buy the rumor, sell the news. Sell the rumor, buy the news. All right, so that is all, and I'm gonna go ahead and post this real quick, and then I'll post the live stream data, and we'll see where we're going. And again, I think we're ranging in here with an eventual down right to this here 33K level at least, if not lower. Just as a reminder, all you guys know this already though. Our past I got 1 minute to join the game. Our past accumulations have all failed. breakout. We were supposed to break out to the upside, fail. Look like it might fail. Look like it might fail. Failed accumulation zone seemed to be the name of the game ever since ever since the markdown started. Perhaps we're still in the markdown. I don't know. Have a plan. Have a good money management. Watch your bankroll, and I'll see you guys at the tables.